PSL meets the Glamour Boys. Kloorkop meets Naturena. 012 meets 011. The clash of the Titans. One of the biggest rivalries in the PSL. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs. Right here, Motsoane at the Loftus Stadium. 27 October 2019. Guys, welcome to our very first preview episode of the Football Stalkers. Please do follow us on all social media platforms at Football Stalkers. Subscribe on YouTube. Like, follow, comment. Guys, let's keep this thing growing and glowing. Alright.
Glowing. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so it's our very first preview. But I want to take it back, reverse Nyana, to the Shell Helix Cup. Okay,
We're touching Ivan's feelings, aren't we?
very interesting game, very interesting score. But I just want to hear from you guys what you guys thought about the game. Let's start with the losers. The loser.
Well, for starters, I think from the Sundowns supporters, we don't look at the result that much because I know you guys will probably want to disagree, but it was A Chiefs against B Sundowns, and that's how you got the 4 goals, and as soon as Bito started making subs and putting in the players that you normally see playing in the A Sundowns, the game changed completely. I mean, we were dominating Chiefs.
Ivan,
yes,
we dominated you. Kaizer Chiefs dominated you. Did you see the first half? Did you take a look? I've got stats here with me. Let me read what I have for you. It's the real stats. No Photoshop, nothing. Just so you know. Ne?
Okay.
Do you know the shots at goals? Kaizer Chiefs had 10. Sundowns had 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because their shots on target, they only had 2. Whereas Kaizer Chiefs had 6. Yeah. What happened to Mamelodi Sundowns this round? Don't tell us about the B team because
that is very irrelevant.
They put the A team on the second half.
Thank you.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay.
That's my argument.
I will say this. I agree that look, a loss is a loss, especially against
So
Chiefs.
can we not make excuses? Don't try and justify right now. Let's leave it at that. A loss is a loss.
In closing.
Wait. What?
Okay.
I'm still speaking. Had you thingied, you put on the A team in the beginning, yes, first half, maybe it would have changed the score. But accept the loss.
I am.
Yes. And consider the fact that since you're so confident with your A team, then why didn't they level up the score second half? I mean, it was still 2. Could have been 4-4 easily, even surpassed us.
Speaking of the second half, I mean, well, it does show that Mamelodi Sundowns had a bit more possession and they were more dominant in the second half because they had over 61% ball possession, whereas Kaizer Chiefs had 39%.
Yeah.
But still, it doesn't change the
thing
score.
is, I mean, to answer Huiti's question, for us Sundowns supporters, we wouldn't really look at the Shell Helix Cup as a true representation of what's going to happen on Sunday. And the reason why I say that is because as soon as you had the Sirinos, the Kekanas and the Langamans going into the team, it changed completely. And those are the players you're going to expect playing on Sunday. So I'm not concerned about the loss. Yes, it is a loss, I'm accepting that. But I'm not concerned about the result basically mirroring what's going to happen on Sunday. I don't think it's going to be exactly like that.
Mr. Kaizer, sir, can I dispute?
You may.
I can.
Yes.
So you practically disregarding the past game, the Shell Helix game. Disregarding
it was a good practice match.
What you said. Wow, that's But like, okay, I'm gonna ignore Mr. Koza over here because clearly he does not want to take it as a factor, and I think it is a factor. I mean, considering that the teams played before the PSL game, right?
Yes. Yes.
It should be a factor. They have something to prove. Sundowns has something to prove. Kaizer Chiefs also has something to prove. They need to maintain the win against Sundowns. But also Sundowns was to prove a point and beat Chiefs. So I am completely against what Mr. Koza is saying over here, that the game wasn't a factor. It was a definite factor, if not the main factor.
I think okay, from Kaizer Chiefs'
you
point of
changing
view.
now?
No,
Very hypocritical.
I'm not
Okay.
disagreeing with you. From a Kaizer Chiefs' point of view, this was definitely a good booster, like a confidence booster. I mean, whether it was beat Sundowns, it's irrelevant. Chiefs beat Sundowns 4-2. That's definitely something going into the encounter on Sunday. I'm just saying that probably from a Sundowns point of view, is we're not looking at it in a way that you guys have confidence from that game, but we're looking at it that as soon as we had our A players
That is
playing,
very arrogant
the
of you to
game
say.
changed completely.
It's very arrogant of you to say so.
But I want to know from you why you think Coach Peter put in your B team in the first half. Why did he not put in his regular starting 11? Was it a
Look,
matter
I mean,
of undermining Kaizer Chiefs? Because I think so.
I think so too.
I think, yeah.
I really agree.
I mean, it wasn't so much undermining Chiefs. It was more of remember this is an off-season cup, and how it got to this cup being played in October, it's something that I don't understand. So, I mean, Sundowns is competing obviously for the league, just like Chiefs. But I mean, the fact is, Chiefs is not playing MTNA, or they didn't play MTNA, right? So they had enough time to prepare for the league games. Whereas with Sundowns was playing CAF Champions League, it was playing MTNA, it was playing the league. So you need to prioritize. And in this case, for me, I didn't see the need. Why should Sundowns prioritize a cup that's not that important? And that's why I wasn't so upset when Beto played the French players. But as soon as the score seemed embarrassing, I mean, Sundowns is a big brand, and you can't just allow Chiefs win against Sundowns with that score.
Well,
I
it
mean,
hasn't.
you can imagine the bragging rights.
Okay.
It hasn't.
To end things off, can I just say, if it wasn't such a serious game for Sundowns, then why was Coach Beto so touched?
Exactly.
At the end? I don't understand.
Because of the rivalry.
All I'm
Everything
hearing from
was
you is
about
excuses.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah,
All I'm
you
hearing
trying to
from Ivan
justify
is
why
excuses,
Sundowns lost.
excuses.
Sundowns lost, and
That's
Let's
it.
move on.
It lost.
Exactly.
You know, and speaking about the starting 11, I think we all have our our all-time favorite starting 11, all-time favorite formations. But I'd like to hear from you guys. I mean, the likes of Dr. Kumalo, you know, Maps Maponyani, Josta. You know, so I would like to hear
I
from
feel
you
like
guys.
you have a crush on him and you're not so excited.
No comment. I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
not gonna say
girl.
anything.
Okay, Ivan.
Okay, mine is a little bit. I think it's interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so I have at the back. I have Vuyo Mere as my right back. I have Ayeskut, the captain of the team. And then I have Nascimento. I know sometimes, somebody would look at me like, but Nascimento's been to Sundowns for like a couple of seasons. But what I like about Nascimento is the distribution from the back. So he's very good. I mean, he is a Brazilian. And then on the right, I have on the left, I have Langaman. And that's my back four. And then in the middle,
Interesting.
I have Trompo, respect,
I mean,
Mr.
And-
Gonzalez.
Hey!
And alongside him, I have Roger Futumba. I mean, you cannot have Roger Futumba in that middle field. And then in attack, I have Pesitau,
Hello!
the young Tau, the
Hello!
man of
Lion King.
Judah.
Hey!
I would have been so mad at you if you didn't have him.
No, there's no way that I
I
was not going to
mean,
put Pesitau.
he's a goat.
And then I've got surprise
Number
Melody.
8. Man.
Full control. And then I've got the legendary Phil Masinga on my right. And then as a striking force, the all-time goal scorer of Sundowns, Daniel Mambush.
Okay.
That's an all-attack, guys.
Very.
We coming. So obviously my formation is 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
It's going all attack.
Okay. With that, imagine playing against the legends that I have on my team. Are you ready? Are you ready? For starters, I have as my goalkeeper, Itumeleng Kune, of course.
Yay! King of Millennials!
Of course. I mean,
Mama 2000.
Mama 2000.
Yeah.
know why Sitanda? And she branded Tanon.
Thank you.
You see? Hey,
2000 baby. We on this up down. Okay, so I have him. Then my bags, I have Sundowns.
Okay.
Right? I have Defuma Shamaite.
Okay.
I have Eric Matoho.
Hello, Tawa.
I have Mr. Veteran, legendary Lucas Khatebe.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Alright.
yes.
Look, he should be there.
We just shot you.
And then, middle field, in the middle, I have Mr. Shoes.
Oh.
Mr. Shoes! Uthi ngalobo Ivan.
Yeah, man.
Mr.
Shoes.
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 Combo with Shabalala. Wow.
Wow.
So I have him with Shabalala, right? Shoes.
Hello.
Miss
Team Shoes,
2010 World Cup. Miss
Why you hating?
World Cup.
Why you hating? Why you hating? Why you
Ivan is such a hater. He's such a hater.
Ivan, get over it.
Yes. So I have him, I have Mr. Shoes, Mr. Simpure Shabalala, and of course Dr. Kuman. I mean, why would
That
you-
is a legend.
I mean, and in front I have Mandla Masango.
Okay, alright.
Definitely I had to. I have Knowledge Musona.
Hey!
I mean, come on guys.
To survive those.
Is he gonna survive
No
this?
way.
Where is he
No
gonna
way.
win?
No way.
Wait. And then I have Mbesuma.
Ish.
You see, they
Yeah,
are
putting the big guns now. Like,
I'm even getting goosebumps.
AK-47.
So,
Big guns.
okay, with this team of mine, I'm sure you noticed I have a lot of like center
Yeah, you
backs,
have a left back.
right?
Yes.
My left back. You know what I plan to do with this team? Since we all know Mr. Sponiso Gagba is a back, but he does better when he goes forward,
Yes.
you know, moves sort of like into the middle field, you know. So I'd have him move forward, and then between Matoho and Mashamaite, we see who goes left,
Okay.
you know.
Alright.
Then, yeah, so perfect for me.
I can't wait for Sunday, guys.
I mean,
Is anyone as excited as I am?
of course
I
not.
mean, Sunday,
Speaking.
Baba Mobile Telwa Tuba.
I want to give him
Ivan.
I wonder. Speaking of
You know what, ne? I don't blame Ivan, ne? I don't think he knows English that well, but I'm gonna hit him with the saying that says, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Look, translate it.
it's loon. It's loon.
I guess what I'm
Been our friend. It's not been our
Moving
friend.
George is not your uncle. We're not uncle,
Moving forward.
We can't do our thing for Ivan. Let's move on. Let's move
Moving
on.
along, guys. Speaking of Dr. Kumalo, the drama between him and Barkers.
Okay.
I mean,
That jersey drama.
the jersey
I was
drama.
hoping
Is
you
it
asked me about
necessary?
it.
Is it necessary?
Like, I feel like it's honestly.
I don't think it is. I really don't.
Like,
think
Barkers shouldn't have barked at that wrong.
Hey!
Get it?
Pun intended.
I very much intended.
But I don't. I mean, as a Sundowns supporter, Doctor is a legend. You know what I mean? I mean, not only for Chiefs,
For Chiefs,
but
but
for Bafana
Yes.
as well.
Wow.
I mean, you talk about a guy who plays against Brazil and he was mesmerizing them. And then who's Bakas? Who is he again? Remind me.
Okay, we didn't say
One of the key players got Chiefs. One of the key players. Okay.
I have a tendency to be a kid. He gets too excited.
Ivan, Bazok Shine is blue.
But I don't think it's too early for him to
Yes.
or for even fans to
Make such
draw
remarks.
comparisons
I
so
mean-
early. I mean, the guy only played a couple of games. Let's see if he can sustain it the whole season.
Puma Oven, brand new.
Like, Sandaba, Yabon.
But I mean, Dr. Kumalo's response to him saying that why should he meet him? He doesn't know him. I feel that was a bit like
Dr. Kumalo is a veteran, guys. Do you
No, but
understand?
still, he needs to understand that he is a legend. People look up to him. You cannot say
Yeah.
such things.
No, but the way Barkers went about
He's
it.
challenging him.
The way Barkers
challenging
went
him.
about it. He's challenging him.
But he could have answered him better.
In a-
You know?
in a-
I mean,
but
the way
he could-
especially
that was
on national radio, guys.
But
Come on.
Quincy, let's look at it this way, man. Look at all the all-time
great sportsmen, whether in football or in other sporting codes.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take kindly into somebody coming in to replace your image.
Yeah.
That's it's Dr. Kuman.
I don't think
And if somebody comes in and wants to,
He's trying to walk in his shoes, guys. Like, I mean,
Can I
He's
tell you
not
something? Can I
replacing
explain
him.
something?
It's more than
If he's
replacing.
trying to look up to him and walk in his shoes, then he shouldn't have went about it the way he did. It shouldn't have been a public matter.
Sure.
He should have first approached Dr. Kumalo
In private.
privately.
Yeah.
You know, speak about it. I'd like to have your retired jersey.
same arena. It's the
Let's
same
use you
arena.
as an
Exactly.
example.
all right, no.
You as a football stalker personality trying to replace Mini Dlamini.
Yeah.
She can be replaced.
Oh
Yes. Oh, you see,
And are we shooting shots?
had you mentioned Carol, then I would be like, no.
No, actually,
Come on.
guys.
Carol's irreplaceable, honestly. She's
Irreplaceable,
been
guys.
there for the longest time.
It's not about how long you've served.
Yes.
You've served. Yes, guys, I understand she's served for a long time, but we can't say people are irreplaceable.
Yeah. No.
Everyone.
Records are
can
there
be
to be
replaced.
broken.
So,
As much as Doctor is a legend,
He knows English,
Baka's-
guys.
if Bakas wants to break Doctor, he needs to, because remember,
He needs
let's just divert a little bit. Ne?
Okay.
If you go to other teams where other players used to wear certain jersey, like obviously the famous number 10 jersey, Pirates, Jomo Solo, nobody can just come in there and just wear the jersey.
Yeah.
You need to earn it. Bakas needs to do the same thing. He's
This
not-
thing, it's like this
And
thing.
so far-
Marcus is putting
Nah.
pressure on himself. It's like that Rashford situation at Man United, you
Sure,
know.
sure.
He is, personally, I think he's crumbling under that
It's too
jersey.
heavy for him.
It's too heavy.
Okay.
So Marcus mustn't get ahead of
I
himself.
see. I see. So, he must just take a relax.
He must
Relax.
Take a chill.
relax.
Okay.
Take a chill. Pale.
You're now making it obvious who you're an ancestor amongst millennials. Like he's making it so obvious.
I heard you guys mentioning the whole Kune millennial. Do you guys
Oh.
have anything to... Like, do you guys have... There was more.
All I can say is that I'm also gonna shoot my shots.
Oh, let's just leave it at
That's all I'm gonna
the
say.
2000s. Love Kune, Li Kune, or at the 2000s.
I'm sure
You feel I'm more
We'll close it like that.
close to
Tell me that, no.
that. Thank you.
Are we done?
Let's move on.
It's like some Mamata, no.
And then your key players for the 27th. I mean, when you look at Castro, he was man of the match. Scored a hat trick. He should be, you know, one of the players that, you know, stand out at the game. Sereno as well, you know. So, well, who are you guys
You took the
expecting?
words
You know,
out of my mouth. I am really expecting
Castro.
Elliott and Castro
definitely, yeah.
to shine.
CBN, Castro.
Kaizer Chiefs, Sundowns, one of the biggest teams in the PSL,
Yeah.
you know. So it's expected that whenever we clash, it's almost like the Soweto derby. Almost, Ivan, not as big, almost.
So we can always boil.
Oh
Whatever.
my gosh.
I'm not gonna take negativity from such a pessimistic person. Anyways, so with that, both teams are under pressure once again. I mentioned that, but I feel like they're both gonna bring their A game and they're ready to perform. You know, so it's possible for Chiefs to live up to that. You know,
And for Mamelodi Sundowns, they also up there again.
and also challenge really well. Challenge really well.
Look, Chiefs.
Please don't be biased. Your opinions seem to be very biased.
Okay, you can dispute the facts that I'm gonna bring forward. yeah.
Okay.
Chiefs has a good start. There's no doubt about that. I think nobody is disputing that. You had a good run of form where you're winning games, right? You are number one. You are 5 points ahead of us, and it's not by fluke. But I think also it's premature to what Monde was saying that to where Chiefs was last season. You guys were number 9. Right? You're telling me in just one season from number 9 to number 1
and Sundowns' number 3 is a true reflection of what is what. I think it's too early
To say.
to be saying that Chiefs close the gap between them and Sundowns.
Yeah.
And look, obviously Sunday will be
But it is also
a clear
too early
indication.
for Sundowns to say they will win.
No, I mean, look. All I'm saying is, Chiefs are definitely a title contender.
Yes.
I'm not saying they're not. And Sundowns, I'm sure you guys would agree, they are title contenders. All I'm just saying is the question mark that's there is, has Chiefs closed the gap between themselves and Sundowns in terms
definitely
of
not.
I'm not
being
saying they have
Definitely
closed it,
not.
but they're on their way. They're very well on their way to closing the gap. And as you said, it was premature of me to say yes, they will. But unlike you, I'm a very optimistic person, Ivan.
Mark my words. Sunday. Tell her to-
This
No, Ivan, who said when you are in Sangoma now?
But the influential players.
Oh yeah, anyway.
For Sundowns, I think the influential players is going to be Serino. I mean, when Serino is taken, Sundowns
Yeah,
play.
he-
And also Captain Fantastic, Hlompo
I
Kekana.
think Zwane can
Ope
also,
must beware. Ope.
You know,
Ope.
and then
Ope. Beware.
we'll
Can
get,
I-
we'll get to him. We'll get to him. We'll get to him.
I disagree with you when it comes to Tlompokegan. I think age is a factor now. Like
It's catching up.
It's
Yeah,
really
it's
catching up.
I'm very old.
It's catching
catching
up.
up.
Eventually, he might have to
But
become
we are trying to squeeze him out. We're squeezing out the age out of him. Like, so for now, he's still working for us.
Okay.
But I mean, Peter already spoke about trying to manage him, and he's not playing as regularly as he was
As
last
he was,
season.
yes.
And so
Which
it's a good
brings
thing.
me to another concern, our goalkeeper, Mr. Millennial. I'm not going to get into that again. Yes, I'm also concerned about him. I think age is catching up to him too.
Hence the injuries.
Injuries.
Yeah.
Too many injuries
Yeah.
of late.
And if
So
Sundowns doesn't
those are
watch
some
out,
of my
I think
concerns.
also Klompa's gonna experience the same thing when
Yes.
he just gets injuries.
time
You
and
know,
again,
ongoing
time and
injuries,
again,
you know, so-
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't overload.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
to give them a break.
But I think Zwane as well could be like, you know, a key player for you guys.
Yeah, I think, Zwane this season, I have mixed feelings about Zwane this season. His
Hey,
heart is
Coach
cold.
Pizzo
His heart is cold.
2.0.
Yeah, the thing is, you know, when Zwane is when Zwane is playing, he also combining with Serena and all the
Yeah,
other guys,
yes.
you know, with the passing and stuff.
Yes,
But there are moments. I mean, I think one of the most qualities about Zwane that bothers me the most is the fact that he's not a prolific goal scorer. Zwane would pass and pass and pass instead of shooting.
Yeah.
True.
That's what's frustrating me about him, you know. But for me, I think, like I said, you know, based on what I've seen in the last couple of games by Sundowns, if Serino is playing, then the likes of Zwane and Morenas and whoever's going to be on the field, they're going to come on to play and stuff. So
And cry and show.
So-
Cry. Keyword is cry.
Attempt.
And attempt. Score predictions.
That's a synonym, by the way.
what is the synonym?
You don't know. Let's go.
Score predictions. And why? So your score and why?
My score predictions, name. I would say it's round about 2. No,
2 to who? Kaizer Chiefs.
of course, definitely 2-0. So
Okay.
you know, 2
Sing
goals
it again.
by my 2 forwards, my 2 favorites.
Hello.
You know, one cut thingy, Castro, the other Billiards. Yeah.
I mean, he did it once again. Why can't he do it
I mean,
again?
he had 3. What's
Last
one
week.
now?
What's
What's one now?
Like-
One. Hey, what's one? Ivan?
I will go with the famous 3-1 score.
3
That's
to-
very premature.
3 to
very
Sundowns.
ambitious.
3 to Sundowns, 1 to Chiefs.
Okay.
I see Sereno bagging at least a goal, and like I told you guys, Hlompo will mesmerize.
Yo, he is going to.
He's gonna
Please do
like
not forget that Mr. Kune is also known as the shot stopper, taking after Mr. Brian Baloyi.
Kune knows.
But honestly, I don't think he's gonna play. I don't think he's fit. Yeah, no. Kune. I don't think he's
Yeah,
fit
he's
enough.
been
I
having a lot
hope
of
he-
Yeah, I don't think he's fit enough.
I hope he's
for
playing.
For
But
playing.
if not, hey,
Hlompo will sort
What
out
we
their
only
out.
have.
And then, the other one, I'll give it to, oh, you know what? Meza's on form.
Okay.
So Meza, I see Meza, Sereno, and Hlompo. 3-1.
Okay.
You?
Me.
What, are you nervous?
I'm not nervous. But I should say, I always have Kamabilit on. I know he's gonna get a goal, if not 2. But my prediction is 2-0. Kaizer Chiefs getting 2 and Sundowns getting 0. Because seeing last week's game, there's no hope for some Mamelodi Sundowns.
I'm gonna be neutral and just say that I'm gonna be fair. Let me say I'm gonna be fair.
Be fair, please.
Very
because
fair. I honestly think that Mamelodi Sundowns might just take this one. Wait! Only because of the kind of goalkeeper Kaizer Chiefs has
at the moment.
Had you guys still had,
understand?
okay, maybe not you guys since you're being neutral, had Sundowns still had Percy Tau, Bongani Zungwabon, maybe I would have agreed.
But hence I'm saying
right now I don't really.
Hence I'm saying Akbai. I mean the players could be on point and everything, but when it comes to Akbai and just keeping
goals out, that's the problem.
It's a very big problem. So
he's
very
Pila.
He's very careless. So I think that would be the one issue that Kaizer Chiefs could face. But apart from him, I think maybe. Because one thing also is that they're going to bring on the A game. Right now, Peter's thinking about his ego. You understand? He wants to be the talk of the town.
You know? Can we remember that Coach Peter isn't the one playing?
Still.
He can only do so much.
But he can only do so much. His players understand.
But he can only do so much.
He's the chef, but his players are the ingredients.
He's going to mix the pots.
His players understand.
But if the potatoes were in the cabinet for too long and they start rotting, then whatever the chef does, the taste will be awful.
I think I'm gonna leave the table. It's getting too heated.
You know what? Let's say 4 today. Get it? 4 today.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. For today, alright.
You know what? It goes
Today. Are you on?
She's excited about that score because they're not used to beating Sundowns by 4.
Says who?
Here we go again.
Let me throw a bomb.
Okay.
please the thing.
Sundowns, 44 passes. Chiefs, no touch. You remember that game, guys? Ed Loftus first fell.
Why are you living in the past?
You know, exactly. I don't understand people who dwell on the past. Like, some of us are way forward in life.
Anyway, you're gonna leave it at 4
Anyway, before we close off,
I think it's 4 then.
we have a special game, a special football, football stalker game, guys.
That we're gonna do here.
That we're going to do. So we have a lucky.
You know what, Shem? Since Ivan is such a kid, let's give it to him.
No, definitely, because he's the only guy as well.
No, he's a kid.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I think what's gonna happen now is that he's gonna pick randomly. Né? So there are four names in here. Né? You're gonna pick randomly, and then the team that you pick is what you think is gonna win on the 27th.
Lucky
What he thinks or what football stalkers think.
What
football is what
Because this
football
is a lucky
think.
pick, really.
Yeah.
We already know who he thinks.
Wait.
Hey, Ivan!
Wait.
Hey, man!
No looking.
Sangomas, Mamelodi, speak to me.
Oh, shit.
Speak to me.
Ushwile ke bana ba go Mamelodi.
So
I feel like this is rigged.
Okay.
Especially since our host over here already told us.
Lucky hat.
Wow, guys. Okay, so according to us football stalkers, Mamelodi Sundowns is taking it. Okay.
Kidding me.
All right. So we're happy. We're happy.
No.
I know you're not happy, but we're happy. We're happy. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, follow us on all social social medias. This one, Football Stalkers, and we are
For today. For today.